Hello everyone! Today I want to introduce you to one of the simplest stove designs I've ever seen. This stove design takes less than 5 minutes to make and is surprisingly effective. First, find a small tin can. Unfortunately, these are common in forests, roadsides, or lawns, so let's not throw them away. Next, use a can puncher to make small, evenly spaced holes in the bottom of the can. Next, use a nail or the tip of a knife to punch a series of small, evenly spaced holes along the circumference of the can. These holes should be punched near the bottom third of the can. The entire stove takes less than 5 minutes to make. Finally, make similar holes on the top of the can. Now, use pliers to tighten the edges along the top rim of the can. Be careful, as these edges are very sharp. This stove is designed to have a top-down flame. In this video, I use hardwood as fuel. In nature, I can find small, dry branches, and they work just as well. When adding fuel to the stove, it's important to ensure the fuel is directly under the top vents. I use cardboard soaked in candle wax to start the fire. It takes about a minute for the flame to catch the wood. Once the wood starts burning, the usefulness of this design becomes clear. Air from the bottom vents provides oxygen to the flame. As the wood burns, it releases a large amount of wood vapor, which would normally produce smoke. However, with this stove design, the smoke produced by the flame also draws fresh air from the top vents. This air mixes with the wood vapor and burns, creating an extremely efficient and virtually smokeless secondary flame. This stove can be used for heating or boiling water. When boiling water, I use a homemade pot holder made from a piece of old metal. The pot can boil after 10 minutes on the stove. This stove is incredibly fuel efficient, even at maximum power. Just a little dry firewood is enough to fill the stove chamber with flames. I also used an additional free fuel source, pre-prepared candle-impregnated cardboard. It burned very well in this stove. This time I took the stove to a different environment, outside the desert, and I'm very happy that it still works well and boils water very quickly. This stove design is extremely easy to build and can be done in the wilderness with limited tools. It's also incredibly fuel efficient. In a wilderness survival situation, such a stove can significantly reduce the amount of firewood needed for cooking and heating. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video and want to see more, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you very much, and see you again. Goodbye.